Chapter 15, Urinary Renal System, Screencast 4. Now, this screencast is focusing on the process of either diluting or concentrating urine. And so when there's excess body water, the urine is going to be dilute and there'll be a large volume. Remember, what goes in must come out. So the kidneys respond by excreting it. The distal tubule is impermeable to water, so water is not reabsorbed here. Sodium chloride is reabsorbed without the concurrent reabsorption of water, resulting in a high volume dilute urine. And we can see this in the diagram. And so that water is going to be pulled out, and we're actually going to see a very dilute urine. Now, a concentrated urine is going to be done when trying to conserve water. Too little water can lead to lower blood volume, declining blood pressure, risk of dehydration of body cells. The kidneys will respond by conserving water and producing a more concentrated urine. Now, this mechanism is mediated by ADH, antidiuretic hormone, and remember this comes from the posterior pituitary. And what ADH does, it increases the permeability of the collecting ducts to water and increases the conservation of water. So in this situation, there's actually more water porins for water to move through. And because of that, there's less urine, and the urine that is there is highly concentrated. Now, the last kind of thing related to this is going to be the micturition or the urinary reflex. Now, this is a neural reflex that enables us to empty the bladder. It is both autonomic and somatic. It responds to stretch receptors in the bladder wall as the bladder is becoming full. There is an internal urethral sphincter, which is smooth muscle and under autonomic control. And then there's the external urethral sphincter, and that's skeletal muscle, and that's under voluntary control. So when you're potty training a child, what you're really teaching them to do is how to actually control the skeletal muscle involved in urination. Now, the brain can override this reflex and control the timing of urination, but eventually voluntary control is going to be a lot harder as the bladder starts to get really full. We've experienced that before. We're not anywhere near a bathroom and we need to urinate, pull over the side of the road. You just have to, okay? And once again, the bladder is so full at that point in time, you no longer really have that voluntary control.